Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for Bella Blvd to share with you this 3-photo layout with a graduation cap. So I am working with the Let's Celebrate collection, which is great for celebrations, and the particular celebration that I am documenting is my son's graduation from Virginia Tech this past May, so coming up on a year ago. There are a few elements that actually refer to graduation itself, but most of them really are just more celebratory in general. So I am starting with a yellow tone-on-tone starred background. That's what I just gutted so that I just have that border. And then I have the gray, they're gray on white patterns that are sort of celebration patterns. There's the starbursts, really, different varieties of starbursts. And so I'm going to adhere that onto the yellow so that the yellow just pops and complements the gold that I am working with. One of the special things about this, or the unique things about this Bella Blvd collection, is that there is gold foil in it. This booklet is not part of the collection. It's one of the Illustrated Faith things that came out a while ago. But what I love about, if you look at the catalog of Bella Blvd, is that they will tie in old components that are still available that complement the current kits. And so this is gold foiled, and so we are working this week, the design team, on really, or we have worked on, because I think I'm wrapping up the week, showing you how you can incorporate these elements into the current collection. So this is acetate, and I am just using thin strips here to complement the gold foil that is in the collection by adding them to the border there. It is not 12 inches long, and so I've pieced the top piece together, and it just adds a very subtle pop to the gold. The gold is not found in the pattern papers, but it is found in most of the other ephemera elements. It's definitely in the chipboard, the chow chips, the doohickey stickers. You can see to the left there the puffy stickers, definitely the ephemera elements as well. There is a protective layer on this, so you do want to make sure that you remove that as well. I didn't remove it off of the other two, and you can't really tell that it's there. I thought it was there, but I wasn't sure until I actually put this last piece down. So I am going to, because there aren't a lot of graduation elements in this, and I really wanted to focus on it being a graduation celebration, I am going to create my own mortarboard. And so I wanted to stitch on that and create my own tassel. So that's what I'm doing. So I have the elements that I cut using my silhouette, and I'm going to layer that. And then I wanted to stitch the stitching that goes at the bottom of the head part of the mortarboard. I don't know what else to call that. And so I am just using my paper piercer to pierce roughly 1/4 inch holes along that, making sure to get in the center of that point there, and then letting it be able to end so that I can wrap the thread around each edge, so that it goes all the way from the far right to the far left there. So I happen to have a piece of DMC floss that was already pulled down to 3. When I'm doing smaller stitches like this, I like a thinner floss. So I usually go with 3 or 4 threads. I had already separated this and had 3. So literally it's just a running stitch. You skip one, go up, come down, going backwards, and then skip the one that you've just conned down. So a simple running stitch. I decided to spare you the agony of having to watch that. So now I want to make the tassel. This again is not Bella Blvd material, but it is from Spellbinders, and I like that it's gold on both sides, which is perfect for the tassel as you roll it. I could have used the same star tone on tone, but that didn't have yellow at the back, and it also had wording that was going to worry. I was worried that you would lose the impression if I had used that. So that's why I went with something else. So I've got my tweezers here to just get this started to roll, because it is a fairly thick cardstock. I thought I was going to have to use all of it, but I obviously didn't have to, because I'm going to end there. What I didn't realize in the process of doing this is that the scissors gave me a very wide tassel fringe. I'm going to just say fringe. And so I will go in with scissors and cut that thinner so that it's not quite so that it looks more tassel-y and less bulky, really. So I'm attaching some gold DMC floss to that. That's where I'm thinning that out, so that the tassel can hang from, there's always a button at the top of the mortar board that the tassel attaches to. So I'm going to use one of those puffy stickers. I'm going to actually use a star instead of a circle. I could have used a circle. There is a circle, but I thought that the star was fun and added another celebratory element to that. So there is my own graduate mortar board that I created with my own little tassel for that. I had thought about making the tassel out of DMC floss. I've done that previously, but I wanted to try using the fringe scissors and doing something just a little bit different. So adding to complementing the celebratory feel of the collection there. I know I want to pop that top part of the mortar board onto the headpiece, and so I just gave it a little bit more stability by backing it with the stronger black cardstock that I had. So the tone-on-tone black dot-on-dot from Bella Blvd is mounted on black cardstock. Now I'm putting double-sided foam to just give that dimension that gives it a little bit more pop there. So I will complete my mortar board. I'm so very proud of myself. It's such a simple element, and but I just think it's fun to add those little details to the page, especially as these are not graduation itself photos, but more photos that he let me take ahead of time for announcements and just commemorative of the day, because we never really get to see them during these events. Or definitely he didn't want to be seen in his cap and gown. So there are tons and tons and tons of fun phrases and ephemera pieces. I am using mostly pieces from the icons and words, and using mostly the words, and trying to get ones that are relevant to, to graduation. 3, 2, 1 doesn't really apply. I mean, I could have made it, but I chose not to. What was hard is that I am using, so these are 3, honestly, you know what? Let me measure, because I don't know the size photos that I use. They are 3 by 6. 3 by 6 photos, so there's 3 of them that go all the way across, so it didn't really leave me a ton of room, especially with the mortar board up there. I had visions of doing more on the page than what actually ended up there, but if I just, and I'm also not a big fan of using a ton of phrases, and there wasn't a lot in the collection in the way of graduation. I knew I wanted this camera because I'm a bit of a photo freak, and so that was relevant too, in that I was taking photos of him when it wasn't his graduation, but they were graduation photos. So I wanted that. I definitely wanted those 2 big gold stars, and I will tell you, in the video I actually forget to put the second one on, but I do go back and do that. Typically when I design, I like to have a visual trio to create a visual triangle of clusters, not necessarily the same elements, but 3 visual clusters. This does not have that, but I do have the 2 elements, and in my mind what happens is this is more of a diagonal flow. So we're going to go from that really bold really bold gold star at the top left there. It's going to come through kind of that mortar board through the photos and down to the bottom star on the right hand side that'll go actually beside that camera there on the bottom left. What was hard about some of the placement of these items is that I really didn't want to cover up, like I didn't leave myself much room in the editing of the photos as to be able to cover up bits of the photo. Really the only bits of the photo that I could cover were the ones that I've covered with the mortarboard there. But because his face is cut off and his smile is at the bottom of the photo, and then I really didn't want to cover the VT and the VT emblem that are on the, what are those things called that go around their neck? This is horrible. Not the sashes. Maybe, no, they're not the cords. Whatever the thing around his neck is, I didn't want to cover those. And so there really wasn't a lot of overlap that was possible to give myself a little bit more room to play with. But what I've got there is what is going to stay. I'm just going to put that second gold star next to the camera, and that is going to wrap it up. I am going to zigzag stitch in black along the top and the bottom again, just to add a little bit more black to tie it all together. Close-ups to follow. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.